Alright, so let's work on this backside. Kevin and his little sister Kathy are trying to solve the system equation below. Kevin thinks that the substitution method is will give a new equation right there, while Kathy thinks it should be that. Who's correct? Right, so when we work on this, notice that y is equal to 6x minus 1. So that means that the y should get replaced. Right, so when I rewrite my equation, it should look like this: 3x, copy everything, plus 2, but then instead of y, right, instead of this y, you're going to use all of this instead. So all of that actually needs to go right in here. 6x minus 1. And that's going to be, and that's going to be equal to 43. Okay, so who's correct? Right, so it doesn't say to solve, it just says who's correct. So what does this equation look like? Right, what does this equation look like? Does it look like this? Actually it does. Or does it look like this? Actually it does not. So Kevin's wrong, Kathy's correct. Okay, so actually what Kevin did was he took his equation and he plugged it into the x instead. So Kevin took his equation and he plugged it into his x. That's what he did. So he plugged it right there. And that's why Kevin's looks like that. But, so in this case, Kathy is correct. Okay? So we want to say something like, Kevin is wrong and Kathy is correct. Because she substituted the y correctly. Okay? Kevin substituted incorrectly into the x. All right. Right, and the last one, solve the system by graphing and finding the point of intersection. So let's start with this one, and we've done this a couple times already. So that one's the y-intercept is going to be at the -5, so we're going to start here. So that's where we start, y-intercept. We call that the b value. Okay, so we start there, and then we're going to use the slope. We call that the m value. And that tells us how to move from the y-intercept, the starting location. And if that's not a fraction, you make it into it. So 2 really means 2 divided by 1. So you're going to go up 2 and over 1. You're going to keep doing that. Up 2 and over 1. Up 2 and over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. So that is your graph. Something like that. And if you keep going and doing that, you'll get a pretty good answer. Okay, the second equation. Okay, the y-intercept is at 2. So, oh, sorry. I meant to say y-intercept, that's your b value. Okay, so it starts at 2. And the slope is going to be -1/3, meaning that's your down 1 and over 3. So down 1 and over 3, you'll see it hits it right here. Down 1 and over 3 and hits it here. Okay, so you actually would have to draw this right here. You do the opposite, up 1 and right, left 3. Up 1, left 3. So that's going to give you the other side of the graph. Okay. So I graphed it, and you can see that there's an intersection point right here. The intersection point is x is 3 and y is 1. So you can label it like that, or you can write it as x equals 3, y equals 1. It's up to you. All right.